There we go.
Google Hangout is live. Hey everyone. Hi YouTube. Hi individuals watching this YouTube. And hi to all of our Google Hanger outers. Welcome to tonight's meditation. Tonight we're going to be focused on authenticity and what it means to be authentic in meditation. I think it's pretty common to mask some of the feelings that we're feeling in meditation, but ultimately that's just pulling us away. So tonight we're going to be focused on allowing ourselves to authentically feel whatever it is we're feeling, whatever that feeling might be. So we're going to explore that and welcome anything that comes up, whether it's something that doesn't feel good or something that feels really good. We're going to be just focused in the present moment on that feeling. So, so I have a few different things planned, but let's start off by doing a quick drop-in. We'll just introduce ourselves and say the sentence stem. What authenticity means to me, if you want, or we can just pass. So I'm Bonnie, and I do this Google Hangout on Wednesday evenings throughout November and December, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find more information about me on symbiotichealing.com. Also, on my Facebook, I love to connect with people. My name's Bonnie, and last name LeBaron, Lebaron. Yeah, so I would love for you to connect with me. What authenticity means to me is recognizing my truth, recognizing what's true for me, and being able to express that. So, Christian, you want to go next?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Christian, and I'm really happy to be here.
Hmm.
It says, and that was authentic.
I love that. Thank you for being
Um,
authentic.
Authenticity to me means being myself, just being myself in every situation, um, and being honest, um, and I don't know. Also, like authentically connecting to other people instead of just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? That kind of stuff, And being here helps me do that, and just hanging out with everybody here. Uh, I don't know what else to say.
That's great. Where are you located in the world? Even though I know this answer, I just want you to be able to share. Christian's in San Diego. I'm in Austin.
Oh yeah.
Uh, cool.
I always get a
Think
little bit nervous because it's live, so I don't know.
people could be watching us.
A million people watching.
A million people are watching us right now. Joelle, you want to go?
Yeah. I bet that there are a lot of souls and spirits and beings out there watching us and being like, get your stuff together.
Yeah. They're like,
So my name is Joel. I live in Toronto in Canada, and I am pretty much a full-time consciousness superhero. Yeah, that's kind of what I do in many different ways. And authenticity to me means being the truest, most honest expression of myself, which means I have to know myself, and that really is the simplicity of it. Nothing more needs to be said, nothing more needs to be understood. Just be yourself. And it might
Okay.
take some work to get there, but that's why people like me and Bonnie and everyone else here are doing what we do.
mm,
That's authenticity.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
love
like
that.
that. I if I could say that, I second that.
Um,
That's definitely,
Ditto.
yeah. That's kind of
Triple.
what I was trying to say, but you said it better.
Michael, are you there? I don't think he's there. All right.
Well, we can do a short intro on part of Michael. He lives in America. He does a
Awesome.
great Yoda voice impersonation, and he's a very brilliant young man.
Yes, this is all true. I can verify. um, so next, I'd like to just take a moment to close our eyes and drop into the space for a second before we start officially.
Okay, before we start officially, everyone who's participating in this, you should go first grab yourself a wonderful tea like this one and enjoy this to warm the fire in your belly and the fire of your heart to take you to higher levels with your meditation.
And what
Again,
is that tea?
so this tea here was a premixed base that I keep always ready to go, which is of medicinal mushrooms, of chaga and reishi. There is astragalus root. There is also foti and a little bit of cinnamon stick, clove, and allspice. And then the fresh herbs that I added in, well not fresh, but dried, were that of stinging nettle, great for the liver. Tulsi, also there's another name that it is also known by. There's a beautiful Ayurvedic herb for balancing the nervous system for anyone who has a vata imbalance in their body. And there was one final one, I think I forgot what it was, but yes. So you make yourself up a nice mix of herbs, whatever you feel called to put in, and that'll be the beverage that'll sustain you for whatever your body needs that it's telling you intuitively, like, take me.
Promote your authenticity. I'm all like bringing it back to the theme somehow. um, okay, so
This is
I would
some
love,
authentic.
yeah, I would love to close our eyes and just get centered for a moment. So we'll go ahead and drop in, and with our eyes closed, we'll become aware of the touch of our seat against the chair. Take a moment to feel our breath flowing effortlessly into our bodies and out of our bodies. Noticing how even though it's flowing effortlessly, it's also very powerful. And we'll take this moment to be grateful that we are opening this container together, putting out any intentions that we have for this specific container. I know that my intention is that everyone here, including myself and including the people who will watch this YouTube video in the future, and the people here in the Google Hangout, will all receive the highest amount of good and healing and self-love from this container. We'll take a few moments to feel our breaths moving, tracking where it's going, tracking how it feels, even noticing what temperature it is. And we can here pick up a breathing technique. This is a very simple breathing technique. All it requires is to count to 5 with our inhale and 5 with our exhale. We'll do this for us nice and slowly. We'll exhale all of our air out first, and then inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling. Exhaling. I'll let you pick this breathing up now. Inhaling for 5 seconds on whatever pace feels right to you in this moment. And exhaling for 5 seconds, whatever pace feels right to you in this moment. Noticing if there's any changes that have occurred in our bodies since we've slowed down our breathing. On this next exhale, we'll consciously relax our shoulders a little bit more, feeling the shoulder blades waterfall down our back, deep into the earth. Continuing our breathing pattern of inhaling for 5 seconds, exhaling for 5 seconds. We'll also begin to notice the transitions, that point where we're neither inhaling or exhaling in between the breaths. Noticing that at the top of the inhale, before we exhale, there's a slight pause. And at the bottom of the exhale, before we inhale, there's a slight pause. Become aware of that turn of our breath. Feel what it feels like to be the observer. We'll stay here, grounded as the observer for a few more moments, or about a minute. As we do this, we might notice sensations in our body. Allow all those sensations. Allow ourselves to become present with however we feel or whatever feelings are happening in our bodies right now. Are there any feelings we're avoiding? Can we authentically let ourselves feel them? We'll take this next moment to feel what it feels like to allow anything that's on top or anything that's coming up for us in this moment. We'll notice maybe some judgments about these feelings might come up too. And we can look at those judgments, thank those judgments, and let go and release those judgments as we allow ourselves to sit with how we feel authentically in this moment, wherever we might be at. Here we can begin to think about what's the story that we tell people about ourselves? What's our cocktail story that we could explain to someone in just 5 minutes or less? What story do we use to share ourselves with the world? We'll take a few moments just to think about that story. Identify that story. If we were in an elevator right now and someone asked, "What do you do?" We'll take 30 more seconds to think of this story, the way that we use to explain ourselves. And we'll notice now what feelings became present with us when we started telling ourselves that story. Where did we feel it in our bodies? Or where do we feel it in our bodies? When we're explaining our story to another person, or right now in our heads, where is the physical reaction to that story? Do we feel our shoulders when we say that story? Do we feel our stomachs? Do we feel a pain in our chest? Or maybe a fluttering in our chest? Can we find where we physically feel or notice something arise in our bodies as we tell this story? We'll take a moment to do that, identifying the sensations in our body. Maybe there's somewhere that tensed up when we told that story. Where is that spot? And we'll take the next moment to breathe in and allow any tension in that spot on our physical bodies to be released with the exhale. Not feeling like we need to necessarily change anything about ourselves or our bodies, just becoming aware and breathing into that spot. We'll take 3 nice big inhales and exhales. And on the exhale, allowing ourselves to just release that story. A little bit more each time. As we begin to release this story, can we notice what else is present within us? As we consciously allow ourselves to feel the sensation of letting go of this story, do we feel anything now in our bodies? Or what do we feel now that we're letting it go? Become aware of all of the sensations that are arising in our physical bodies as we allow ourselves to let go of that story we're always telling people, and notice what's present still now that that story is not there. What's left after we let go of the story? What sensations do we feel in our physical bodies? Now we'll begin to ask a new question. This question is a little different than our elevator story or our cocktail story. We'll begin to say to ourselves, if you really knew me, you would know, and fill in the blank. If you really knew me, you would know. What would people know if they really, truly knew your essence? If they truly saw your being? If people could truly see your authentic self, what would they see? If you really knew me, you would know that I am peace. You can fill in the blank to whatever is true for you. And we'll allow ourselves to invite that authentic part of us to show up in this moment. Continuing to feel our breath throughout this meditation, where it's going, the temperature of it. Allowing ourselves to be totally present in the moment with all of the sounds around us. Noticing what we taste on the tip of our tongue. Noticing what our feet feel like as they touch the ground or our chair. Feeling a wave of release come up our bodies and then back down into the earth. And just pondering and seeing what comes up when we ask the question, if you really knew me, or when we answer the question, if you really knew me, you would know. We'll begin to notice, what is the body sensation associated with this story? This, if you really know me, you would know that I am love, that I am peace. Where do we feel the physical sensation in our bodies when we start to tell this story? Do we feel it in our shoulders, in our hips? Do we feel it as a tension at our tongue? Where is that? We'll take a few more moments to invite and allow all the sensations. And just sit with what is true for me. If you really knew me, you would know that I love my kitten. Whatever it might be, people might know if they really could see your true essence. And then becoming aware of all the sensations in our bodies as we say those words, whatever those true words for us might be. Gently, we'll allow ourselves now to clear our minds of everything, all the stories we've just been saying. And for just a few more moments, we'll sit, allowing all the feelings to come up, letting go of all the techniques, and be in this present moment for a few more moments. Continuing our deep belly breathing, where when we inhale, our stomachs grow large, like the balloon in our belly is inflating. And when we exhale, the belly button moves closer to the wall of the spine, like the balloon is deflating. inviting our authentic selves and breathing it in throughout all of our body. Gently now we can thank ourself authentically for showing up in this moment. We'll take a moment to honor ourselves for the commitment to improving the way we feel. And we'll take this last moment to feel into our heart center, allowing our authentic selves to show up at our heart. And we'll close this meditation with one Om. So we'll exhale all of our air. Inhale, exhaling with our Om. Om. We'll turn our attention back to the breath coming into our bodies, back to the touch of our seat against the chair when we had started this meditation. We'll take a quick inventory to see if anything feels different in our bodies, in our minds, or in our souls. Feeling like we could touch that authentic side of ourselves. And just noticing what came up for us or what is coming up for us in this present moment. Gently we can wiggle our fingers and our toes, and whenever we're ready, very gradually open our eyes. And let me know when you're back.
Oh, Annie, that was amazing.
Oh, I know. I love this one.
I actually have to step out of the meditation sooner because I was having so much insight coming that I needed to start writing.
Really?
Yeah. And I was able to feel so clearly where the tension was in my body related to the specific things that we were questioning about, that I was just sitting there with it, staring it down and allowing it just to pass, just as an observer. And as it passed, that excruciating pain just disappeared.
I got
Yeah.
chills all over my body just now when you said that.
and I realized the impact of a pattern breathing, like, staying 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, and then to be able to bring awareness to that space in between and observe that. Like, that's high level to be able to do that, I think.
Super high level. And it's, wow, that's really cool. So how do you feel now?
Way looser, less dense, more aware, more grateful for my tea.
I'm grateful for your tea too. um, yeah, I love that meditation, and
Do you want any sharing of the answers to those questions that we, or the fill in the blanks?
I do actually, and actually this meditation came from an authentic relating game that I basically turned into a meditation. So the authentic relating game version um, is telling us, like, you tell your cocktail story, and then you tell, like, if you really knew me, you would know. So we can play that game. I'm open to that, and we can do it with everybody here. Since there's only four of us, we have time.
I stick with you.
How is that? Joelle, let's drop in with everyone and see if anybody else has anything else on top, and then we can do that. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you do the meditation, Michael?
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
I feel clear.
Mm.
I don't really know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You can authentically just not want to say anything. I was just
I mean,
curious.
I was happy. I haven't been falling asleep these past meditations.
We kind of kept your mind moving. Even though it was
Yeah,
productive moving, though. It wasn't just like moving for nothing.
I
But
noticed that.
yeah, I really do. There's a lot of ways to keep ourselves from falling asleep in meditation. And I do meditation coaching and can show you all about it, but not on this Google Hangout right now. But yeah, it's fascinating. Um, did we lose Christian? And it looks like we got Jen. I don't know which Jen because I can't see a picture.
Is that Jenna?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't know who that is.
You're welcome to say hi to Jen. Or Christian. I don't know if Christian's there. How are you feeling, Christian?
I'm feeling all right. I had a lot of trouble focusing, so you know.
How are the breathing techniques for you?
They're good.
Hmm. I just know that when I have trouble focusing, I don't. When I have trouble focusing, I like to just do breathing techniques, and then it like zaps my brain to
Uh,
that meditative state, more so than doing like the guided meditation that we just went through.
yeah. I don't know what it is today for me. Just I don't know.
Were you able to feel like things in your body
No,
when we were going through that?
no. I mean, I was thinking of like, what I would say and stuff, but I didn't have any feelings. I just
Like you couldn't like feel it physically anywhere in your body?
no. That might be just because my back hurts, but
That would be a feeling.
yeah,
That would be something that you could be tracking is like your back hurting.
yeah.
Um,
I felt a feeling.
I have some games, Christian, I would love to play with you that, like not in this exact moment, but in the future, that are where we can learn how to feel our bodies and like notice the thoughts we have and notice the sensations in our bodies and I think that would be a cool thing for you to be able to explore. So maybe sometime I can sit down and do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Sounds like a
absolutely.
to everyone.
We could all do it. You're right. Maybe we could all just do it. Maybe we could do it now.
Yeah, I think, yeah, just today, I don't know, I had like a really intense workout today, and then, I don't know, I'm just chilling. I don't know, maybe if I made myself more comfortable, it would have been easy, but easier.
Yeah, our bodies, if our bodies are not physically in a spot that feels comfortable to us, they'll pull us out of meditation.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, like breaking things over here. Okay, so yeah, I would love to hear what came out for you, Joelle, and then if we want to play that game that I'm talking about, Christian, that kind of helps us identify feelings in our body, and we can do that after or something.
Yeah. The feeling that first came up for me was actually frustration because that elevator pitch game is actually something that we practice in one of my classes in school. And I was frustrated because I didn't have it down, and I thought I did. So I authentically acknowledged that I felt frustration behind that, and just let that one pass through.
Can I just make a quick point? If you guys see me doing this, wiggly fingers, sparkly fingers, that means I resonate or I agree or I invite
I'll
anyone
remember that.
to. Yeah. So in case you
Yeah.
see me doing that and you're like, why is she doing sparkly fingers?
Yeah, I had trouble with that one too until I was just like, then I just realized what I normally say is like, oh, I'm a musician, this and that. Like I'm just used to saying that, but I don't know if that works as much anymore. Just saying
Yeah.
that.
So when you say that, when you close, I'm curious, Christian, when you close your eyes and say that, if there's any feeling you feel particularly in your body when that happens, when you do that.
Hmm. Probably, I think I feel things in my solar plexus normally.
Mm, interesting. Okay, we'll play this. We'll play
But
the noticing game, which is based on what I just explained. I'll let Joel finish what he was sharing.
Yeah. So in that moment, I actually did realize what my, cocktail pitch is, and it's nothing complicated at all as I thought it would be. Some thorough explanation. No, it's I'm here for you because in every moment, whoever I interact with, whatever they need, I can fulfill that part, that need for them to figure out their next step. Because if I was that perfect mirror for them, I wouldn't be there in that instance with them.
hmm,
So all I would say to them is, I'm here for you. And any questions that they would turn to me, I would just turn to them so that they could learn whatever it is they need to learn. Because I didn't need to be there for them. And then I realized, no. And I started assessing, what does love mean? And I sat with it. And what came down was, love means I'm here with you now. Just to be here with you now and not forecasting about what you're going to do or something that might be going on wrong. It's just I'm here with you now, no judgment. That's love
Mm,
between people.
hmm.
so true. Just holding that space. Or what
Then
I'm hearing you say is love is like holding the space, like being here right now.
yeah, to literally just be whatever is needed for that person, whether it's a year to listen to give feedback for, to receive help with some task, whatever it is.
Hmm.
You're so present, you feel whatever that need is.
Totally.
That's cool.
I think I'm gonna end the live broadcast part, so because
Oh, with that one.
I have a friend who's trying to watch it, but they can't watch it because they're trying to do the guided meditation, but we're like still on the live part, so they can't get to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this part. Thank you so much. But we're still don't leave Google Hangouters. We're gonna keep hanging out. If anyone is watching this the YouTube, feel free to jump in the Google Hangout. We're probably gonna play a few authentic relating games. And thank you so much for the future people who are watching this YouTube in the future, people who are here in this present moment. I so appreciate each person who shows up to change their life in a positive way. And again, I'm Bonnie LeBaron, BonnieLebaron. Find me on Facebook, Google Hangouts, my website, Symbiotic Healing, and I will see you soon.